Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. What is up? It is time for once again. It's another Quest to Fitness. Yeah, so it's been a few days. Really busy for me the last couple of days. Very hard for me to get to the gym consistently. I was going to take 2 days off regardless. After my last workout, ended up being a bit extended because I had meeting after meeting after meeting after meeting. And then I didn't sleep well, not last night, but the night before, and so I didn't go to the gym yesterday. Sometimes when you just don't, it was one of those nights where you're dreaming like the whole night, and so you never really fall into like an actual deep sleep where you legitimately rest. That's where I was at the whole time. So yeah, it wasn't a restful night at all. And if I had gone to the gym, I wouldn't have been able to do a whole heck of a lot or anything super productive. So I decided to stay home and do some stuff here and stream and whatnot. Anyway, so today I'm going back to the gym. Time to continue. Today is leg day, so I'll be doing probably some lunges, some calf raises. Uh, you're not going to hear me talk a lot about doing a huge amount of squats because I do deadlifts, and like I said before, it's just a Smith machine there. So the same reason why I try to avoid doing too much pressing with the Smith machine, I try to avoid doing too much squatting with the Smith machine for the same reason. So I'll probably just be doing lunges and calf raises, and I'll also be doing some other stuff that I like to mix in. I like to, if you haven't figured this out already, I like to incorporate having a couple of sets here and there of just chin-ups. And that just keeps, it'll help keep building up strength slower in my back, and because, I do like lat pull downs and rows and stuff, but it will help continue to build that area of my back slower, as well as keep my arms going, because I don't really do full-on arm days yet, if I ever do. So yeah, so that's probably what's going to happen at the gym today. I'll do a little bit of cardio as well. Not a huge amount of cardio. I haven't gotten to the point yet where I'm doing cardio days. I'll get to the gym and I'll do like 5-10 minutes of medium to high intensity cardio. So I'll start off, I'll go to the elliptical trainer, and I set the resistance to like 5.5 on my machine. I have no idea if that's a universal number or not. And I'll just give her on that. I'll start off at a good pace. I'm listening to music, and usually whatever my music is, that's the tempo that I'm at. So I'll go pretty fast, and then towards the end, whether I'm doing a 5 or a 10 minute session, and sometimes I'll even do a 15-minute session before I start working out, is I'll for periods of time I'll go as fast as I can, and then I'll bring it back down to a normal pace, and then fast as I can. And it's just it's kind of similar to what you might do on a treadmill, or in a bike, or even if you're just out running, right? Sometimes if you've ever done sports, particularly soccer, I think, and football are big for this. It'd be just a lot of running at a normal pace, and then suddenly, bam, they've got you sprinting, and then you're back down and you're sprinting again. It builds up your endurance. Excuse me, and it really gets those lungs moving, the heart beating. So anyway, I'll be doing that amongst the other things. I'm gonna answer. Let's see. I'm gonna check real quick, as I like to do, to see what kind of questions some of you might have had on the last video. Now, I had somebody come up with the startling revelation that I am not a fitness trainer, and apparently I never leave my house, and so therefore I know nothing of what I speak. And that's okay, because like I told you guys before, always double, triple check everything that anybody tells you on the internet, even if it's not fitness, like anything at all. Just go and and research, double check, triple check everything that you always hear, and I always tell you guys to do that, even when it comes to people that I'm going to direct you to, like I have in the past with Elliot Hulse, for example. And some of you even have suggested Scooby, and I've known about Scooby for a really long time, and he's also fairly good for many things. But there's some things that he says that I don't agree with, that I would rather go to somebody else for, because it doesn't work for me personally. So again, that's something that you guys are going to have to figure out as you go on your quest to fitness journey. But you know, just to put you guys at some sort of ease, I have been trained before. I've had a trainer in the past. I've also got 2 sports doctors in my family, as well as my entire family essentially having been health and gym fanatics of some kind. Looking at me, you're probably thinking, the hell are you going on about, bro? You're like a little tiny little son of a bitch. You never get. Well, I didn't always look like this. This is what LAGTV does to you. But still, you know, I'm not just blabbering on, and anything that I tell you isn't necessarily just something that I think myself. It's always something that I've learned somewhere else from somebody who is legitimately accredited with knowledge and stuff that allows them to say such things and for it to be pretty much a universal truth. But you know, like with anything, there are certain things that aren't always true, or have multiple truths that you need to find out for yourself. Sounds a lot like everything in life, does it not? Well, let's look at these questions real quick. I had one here that I wanted to talk about real quick. I got dead skin on my lip here. Lovely. Let's see. Adam, what do you know about chromium? Absolutely nothing. If it's some sort of supplement, I tend to ignore that. Are you going to post gym footage soon? Probably not. The thing is, the gym that I'm in is at a, like a, how do I call this? It's like, it's like a town center kind of thing. You know, it's where the library is and everything else, and so it's much more. You're not getting. It's not a very big gym, first of all. I mean, the room might be 20 feet by 20 feet. Like, it's not a very big room. And because of that, you know, because of the nature of where it is and what it is and how big it is and everything else, it's you know, the clientele that are there are not going to be so keen about seeing somebody recording stuff in there. So I can't really do that. There might be times when I do some yoga here at home or something that I'll record or something along those lines, but it's very hard for me to do that and not have it be incredibly awkward. Or have them just tell me to turn the camera off. Doesn't fly, I don't think, in the gym that I'm at right now. Mr. Joseph says, "Hi Adam, long time Nova fan here." Well, thank you very much, sir. You and 14 other people. I have an interesting problem. I'm far too skinny. I'm 6'6". Welcome to the 6'6" club, and weigh 11 stone, which is borderline underweight. Now, I think I looked this up, and 11 stone, and just to double check. Is 154 pounds. Okay? 154 pounds on a 6'6" frame is pretty damn low. I would call that underweight. But again, it also depends on your body type and how like dense your bones are and stuff like that. I mean, I'm 190 pounds and I'm damn skinny. So, anyway, he says, it feels like I just can't put weight on. I eat lots of protein and carbs and don't really exercise. I feel very weak all the time and don't have much muscle mass at all. It depends on what kind of very weak you're talking about. If you mean like you feel weak, as in, oh, I have no muscle, so I can't pick up this car, that's one thing. If you feel physically weak or exhausted all the time, and it's coupled with a low weight, and you can't seem to gain weight easily or at all, then you might want to go see a doctor. There's a couple of things that can happen here, and this is something that I am actually quite educated in because I've gone through every possible freaking test for the digestive system that one person could possibly go through. So you may want to go to the doctor and get some blood tests, see if your iron is low. Okay, that's like the easy number one thing. If your iron is low, then that tends to make you tired. If it is low and you're not gaining a lot of weight, then they might want to take it a step further and do some other tests and see if you're anemic, meaning you're having a loss of blood somewhere, which could happen in your stomach. It could happen in your bowels, your intestines. Could be any number of things. It could also just be genetically, that's how you are. But if you're feeling, I would have said that if you're really light, really skinny, but you still have energy and stuff from what you eat, then I wouldn't be so concerned. I'd just say genetic. But if you're saying to me that you are tired all the time or you're weak all the time, and I don't know if that's the same thing, tired and weak for you, then you might want to go get checked out and see if there is any issues there. If there are no issues, and then, some people, you're just genetically, you're going to be predisposed to not gaining a lot of weight, and there's not a heck of a lot you can do about it. You're just going to have to go with it. That doesn't mean just eat unhealthy stuff. And it doesn't mean just try and carb up and stuff. Really, you just have to go with what you've got, right? So get up and eat hearty in the morning. If you want to exercise or go to the gym, lift weight and stuff, go home, eat hard. Just eat a lot of meals, but just make sure that you it's even hard for me to give you advice on that, because even at the end of the day, you're genetically, you might just not be that way. You might also, on top of seeing a doctor, want to see a nutritionist about what their suggestions are for your specific needs, because me telling you to do the normal thing that everybody else does is probably not going to work. And a nutritionist in this case is probably going to be able to do better for you than I would. So my suggestions for you are go see a doctor, get some blood tests taken, find out if you've got low iron or something. Maybe you might be anemic or something along those lines. It could be several things that contribute to your lack of weight and not being able to gain anything. And it could also just be genetically. That's the way you are. In which case, go see a nutritionist and find out from them what they suggest to you to try and gain some weight. And that's all that I can do for you there. That's going to be it, guys, because if I go any further than that, this video is going to be forever long. It's already 14 minutes long. I'm going to wrap it up there. Just as a quick recap, going to the gym today. It's legs day today. Going to be doing that, doing some other stuff. I've been feeling pretty good. I am putting my some muscle back on, and it feels good. .jpg. My stomach's been giving me a hard time the last week now, but we've got to push through that shit. You know what I'm saying? Push through it. As always, leave me some comments below. Let me know how you guys are doing on your individual journeys. Leave me questions, and I'll see if I can answer them, or I might just give you an answer like I did today and tell you to go see somebody who actually knows what the fuck they're talking about. You just never know. Until then, please have a good morning, have a good afternoon, or have a great evening. Stay safe. Have a good one. As always, good luck. Have Batman.